Well, guys, today we're going to take a look at the SouthOrd C-3010. Those of you who recommended this a couple of months ago said it's the all-inclusive kit for high-security keyways or paracentric keyways. I got this from lockpicks.com, $85.95, and they call it the Euro/Japanese Slimline kit, which is kind of the very definition of paracentric keyways. I want to know that for sure. So first of all, it's a SouthOrd kit, so they're made from 301 cold rolled stainless steel, which is about the toughest material, at least outside of Area 51, that you can make picks out of. I want to make sure that the profile is short, and profile I mean the side profile, because the narrower the tip, the easier it's going to fit into those tight spaces. So this indeed is about what we're looking for a paracentric keyway. The other thing I want to know is the thickness, and according to my dial caliper, these are 20,000th of an inch, which is 0.5 millimeters in thickness. Again, that's exactly what we're looking for paracentric keyways. You notice these are going to need a little bit of work at this price point. I don't think you could expect a lot of hand finishing, but they are at least well tumbled. Now, I've told you they're made out of tough material, but it is a thin shaft. So I'd have to say this is more of a pick set for intermediate pickers or advanced pickers that are going to be facing those high security keyways. If you're a beginner, I would have to say I'd get a beginner kit, something with a little thicker, like 25 thousandths, that doesn't have this short profile. If you have the same learning curve as me, I would jam it in and twist it around and turn it, and I bent a lot of those really tough picks. These are designed to be used with some finesse, and if you bully them and force them, they're going to bend pretty easily. So beginners, this is probably not what you're looking for. Well, let's go ahead and pull everything out of here and look and see what all they included in this kit for us. Well, guys, once I got everything out of the case and sorted, it's kind of a surprise. We ended up with two identical kits, and I've got them arranged in the same sequence. The 15 picks on the left here all have a laminated handle, so they're quite comfortable to use. We'll take a closer look at this side in a minute. We have a single extractor, and then the 15 picks here, again in the same sequence as that, are picks without handles. All of these are 301 cold rolled stainless steel, 20,000th of an inch, and we'll take a closer look. But let's go ahead and look at this side, but let's look at the tensioners first. Insofar as the tensioners, almost all of them are the same width, 0.12 inches in width, which is about the same as the medium windshield wiper insert. That measures 3 millimeters in width. This is what's called the Tulip, so if you need to get a little bit of offset away from a doorknob or a latch or something, this is the tool of choice, and those two bends in it lets you get away from it. You get two twisted ones. Both of these are the same width, again 3 millimeters, 0.12 inches. The only difference in these two twisted ones are one is longer than the other one. You get two L-shaped. These are different widths, but oddly the one on the left started out as 3 millimeter and then they filed it down. It's now the same width as the one on the right, and the one on the right is also different thickness. So if you got a very small keyway, suitcase lock for example, that's probably the go-to tensioner. You get one Z tensioner, and to me this is probably the most useful of all of them. It is again 3 millimeter on one side, and then the other side's been filed down for those smaller keyways. You get one tensioner for wafer locks. Those two bars slide into the wafer. You turn it and you work in between the two prongs to pick the different wafers. All right, let's take a look at the picks. As I said, there's 15 picks in what I consider to be the working kit. We get basically 4 different hooks. We have a standard hook, and again, these are all laminated handles. They've all been tumbled. There are no sharp edges that I've been able to detect. I don't think you're going to have to do anything to any of these handles. The tips, 20,000ths of an inch, you will have to put a little bit of sandpaper work into these to round those off, but at this price point, I don't think any of us expect custom picks. We get a medium hook, we get a deep hook, and then a postal hook for a total of all four of the hooks. We get 2 Deforest picks, and these are offset. Let me grab these and show you what we're looking at. And these are really 2 of my favorite picks. One is the Deforest ball, or half ball on the bottom. So if you got a very deep cut pin, these are, to me at least, the ideal picks. And then on the top there you have a Deforest diamond or Deforest half diamond. Next are two of the most versatile picks. Speaking of diamonds, let me grab these guys. You get a standard half diamond, and you can use this for raking, for single pin picking. You can even use them for picking dimple locks. Simply slide it in the keyway and then turn it sideways. So really a versatile pick. And now we get to the true rakes. We have an L rake. I like to look at these because they give you an idea of the level of tumbling. If you see all the sharp edges rounded off like this, and it looks actually pretty good. These were tumbled for quite a while, just not long enough to round off the shafts. And that's fine. I don't think I would expect any more than that. For picking our wafer locks, we have a ball and a double ball or a snowman. These are great for raking open wafer locks. In fact, that's always my go-to tool. Continue on the rakes, we have a W rake. So if you're going to use that kinetic attack, and this is the newer design, it's not hollowed out behind that last hump, and that makes it a lot tougher with that extra reinforcement. Slide it in and then yank it out. It's kind of like an informal bump key. The last three here are kind of interesting. These are, let me just grab them up here. Hard to pick up off of this cloth. These are the three different S rakes. Get them in the right order here. Are kind of in the right order. The first one is a large S rake. He's actually an offset S rake or snake rake. The center one is the one we're used to. That's a standard S rake, and then the bottom one is an offset. Looks like a snake kind of leaping off the ground. He's the offset S rake. So you got all three of them in this kit. As I said, you only get one extractor, and he has no handle. That's okay. You don't often use these guys, so it doesn't really matter. You get one of those. And then you get an identical kit to this one over here, but with no handles. Now, the reason I think they did that, you got your working kit, and you'd probably carry that around inside of the leather case they gave you. And by the way, this is supposed to be a 37-piece kit. I actually counted 39 pieces, and I counted the case. So leather case, I would put all this stuff into the leather case, and then the kit on the right, because it's so thin, you could fit all 15 picks in a small wallet kind of carrier and carry it in your back pocket for your everyday carrier kit. So you basically get two pick kits of identical tools. All right, do I think it's worth it? At basically 86 bucks? Yeah, it's a good deal. It's good quality materials. It's going to be durable. It's the right thickness for high security locks, paracentric locks. And I like the idea that they give me a working kit and then they give me a kit I can carry around in my back pocket. What don't I like about it, or how would I improve this kit? Well, the first thing is the tensioners. You'll notice all of these, aside from my wafer tensioner, these are all bottom of the keyway. I really would like to see a top of the keyway. So for this giveaway, I'm going to throw in a brand new set of the 5 top of the keyway tensioners from Sparrows. The other thing, they gave me a leather case to carry all that stuff in. What they didn't give me was a case to carry my everyday carry kit in. It's nice and compact. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I can fit that in my pocket, but I really don't want to carry those things around loose. It'd be nice to have a case, so I'm going to throw in a brand new everyday carry kit, and all these will fit right in there and make hardly a lump in your pocket. So there you go. That's this week's giveaway. I'll give you that too. All you got to do, guys, you know what to do. Go to that website. In the middle of the web page is a big purple button. Click it, register, and with a little luck, you'll be the lucky winner of this C-3010 kit from lockpicks.com, the Euro-Japanese Slimline kit. Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time. Stay safe. Stay legal.